robots took my podcast, man.
This is Today with Matt Lauer.
We're back now with Dr. Rick Marshall, whose new book arrives in stores tomorrow. It was back in Oslo that you just startled your colleagues with this theory that takes science in a completely new direction. What exactly is that?
It boils down to two simple words.
Renewable biofuels.
Close. Time warps.
You're serious about this?
I'm deadly serious.
Stephen Hawking says this is nonsense.
You're starting to just sound like an idiot. This interview's over.
That was my guest, Dr. Rick Marshall, whose book arrives in stores tomorrow. You might want to look for it in the I'm Out of My Freaking Mind department. What, are you crazy?
I'm picking up some major tachyon hits in this area. All right, Holly. We'll start with taking some seismic readings inside the mouth of the cave.
Something's happening. This is an earthquake. Greatest earthquake ever known.
I gotta say, I did not see that coming.
Marshall, I think you should come and look at this. You realize what this means?
Yes. Matt Lauer can suck it. Did we go back in time? And space. Drink it in, guys.
Maybe the only alternate universe you ever experienced. It's a world of monkey people.
Friends?
Smells good.
Lizard people. Mysterious creatures. And dinosaurs.
Run! Son of a... We die out here! Relax.
I think I know a little something about dinosaurs. They have a brain the size of a walnut. He's right behind me, isn't he? I knew it. Just trying to be still. I don't think it's working.
Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition met the greatest earthquake ever known. Oh, sorry.
So here we are, Jordan, in the land of lost podcasts, where podcasts of yesteryear meet the podcasts of the future. Oh, and podcasts of the future are all AI. Spoilers.
Yeah.
There are no people. And podcasts of the past are just monkey men and dinosaurs. Who knew?
We went through a podcast pylon here.
Yeah.
An interdimensional doorway into the unknown podcast.
It's a lot bigger on the inside. Looking for listeners.
Yeah.
We'll go through time and space looking for listeners, it turns out. I'll get chased by a dinosaur for some listeners.
Should I kick us off here?
Kick us off away.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to our podcast, The Robots Took My Podcast. I am Jordan.
And I am Anthony.
Anthony, what land are we in today?
We are in a lost land of movies, Jordan. I gave you, this is how we pick our movies. Last episode, if you recall, I gave you a few different movies to choose from. And the category here was big movie remakes of classic TV shows.
I thought you were going to throw Star Trek in there, but no Star Trek movies at all.
Star Trek would have been too easy. Okay.
Not even the J.J. Abrams, no.
I mean, that would have fit in this category. Maybe we'll talk about more in the future.
I'm sorry. I'm just giving you a stab there. I'm sorry.
Ouch. If we have fun talking about this, maybe we'll talk about some more in the future. Because there's so many. I gave you the Lone Ranger movie, the Disney Army Hammer Johnny Depp film.
Yeah, which I had plenty to say about, but...
Yeah. And the Beverly Hillbillies, that Jim Varney, Diedrich Bader, Leah Thompson movie.
Yeah, that one was a real curveball right there. I was like, wow, I think my dad and my brother were the only ones I knew that saw that movie back when it came out. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd never seen it, so that would have been...
I would have wanted to watch it for Sir Dietrich Bader and Sir Jim Varney. Yes, absolutely.
The greats, they call them.
And Dame Leah Thompson, yes.
And Land of the Lost, which is the movie you picked, Jordan. Why on earth did you pick this film?
I know. I asked myself that before I had to watch it, actually. Why did I pick this one? Because I wasn't looking forward to it after I picked it, oddly.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the mood for it. I love me some Will Ferrell. I picked it, though, because I hadn't really seen it, and I thought, I don't know. I don't know why I picked it.
It's always good to try something new.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. My daughter's kid show says, try it. You'll like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yo Gabba Gabba.
We'll find out if Jordan liked it or not. So, Jordan, this is Land of the Lost. As we said, the year was 2009. We'll set our time machine back to the year 2009.
2009? That was the day I invented time travel, Anthony.
Oh, was it? You fell off the toilet.
I fell off the toilet, hit my head, and I drew this weird drawing. I think I showed you before.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like two spaghetti noodles crossing or something. Anyway.
Yeah, you're not an artist. No disrespect, no. But
I'm not. But was Da Vinci actually an artist or just a designer? Come on,
I don't know. Or a guy who just fell off a toilet. Who knows? So, Jordan, let's begin this by asking the question, what do we want from a TV show remake?
I think we want something that's going to make us come to the theater to watch it. So we got to make it bigger and better. That's probably the mindset, right? We got to pump more money into it.
Yeah.
I mean, Land of the Lost was just a low budget Saturday morning TV show, right?
Yeah.
I know I discovered I first laid eyes on Land of the Lost personally, I think, and I barely remember the TV show, honestly, but I remember seeing it like in '84. It was already in syndication Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And just the opening, I remember distinctly, the opening credits.
Oh, yeah. It was striking. I'll tell you my memories, but the same. I saw it as a wee child, and it really comes from a generation before us, kind of. But, I mean, it was in syndication throughout the 80s, from the late 70s.
I hate to cut you off. You are a big Land of the Lost fan, kind of, right? I mean, of the original.
I was, or I am, yeah.
Compared to me. You know more about it, I feel like, than I do.
Yeah, true. And I saw it as a kid in the 80s, and it ran throughout the late 70s to the late 80s, and then ran again on the Sci-Fi Channel in the 90s. And I didn't really, I saw it a little bit as a wee kid, and it scared the bejesus out of me.
That's understandable.
This was a weird, scary show for a very young child to be watching. But I don't know, Gen X television. I mean, it was like back in the 70s, they could give a damn. Sid and Marty Krofft were puppeteers that made a whole host of psychedelic shows, like weird shit.
Did they? Like what, H.R. Puffin stuff?
H.R. Puffin stuff, Lidsville.
Yeah.
The freaking Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, just weird shit that I also saw alongside Land of the Lost here and there. Some, not all their shows, but some of their shows.
We talked about the lead actor from another Sid and Marty Krofft movie. Well, we didn't talk about it. He was in a movie we talked about on a previous podcast. Do you know which one it was?
Oh, are you quizzing me?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the music. Oh, man. Damn. This doesn't feel so good.
How does it feel now, Anthony? All right.
I don't know.
Time's up. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. One of the actors was the star of H.R. Puffin stuff.
Really?
The guy in Robin Hood that says, "Yeah, it's because I'm so big." That guy, I know.
Oh. Little John?
He was one of Little John's merry men, basically. Yeah.
Oh,
Played
weird.
one of Little John's merry men. He was like, he had some good dialogue. He had noteworthy lines in Robin and Prince of Thieves. He was the child star of H.R. Puffin stuff when he was like 17. He looked way like younger than he was back then, apparently. But
wow.
Anyway.
So, yeah, but I kind of discovered the show much later as an adult. I think I saw it in the 90s a little bit when it was on Sci-Fi or whatever. I saw it somewhere. It's always been on somewhere. And I shouldn't admit this. I shouldn't. But for the sake of the podcast.
Oh, come on. Admit it. It's okay.
Out of curiosity, I bought the DVDs. I bought all 3 seasons. Okay. Anyway.
Hey, you're talking to the guy who bought the whole box set of Voyagers from 1982, starring John Eric Hexum and Mino Palouse.
I went through a phase where I was buying old TV shows like that. Like I bought Tales of the Golden Monkey, which I'd love to talk about it. If they made a movie about it, then we'd certainly be talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Kung Fu. I bought that show, and I was just like, I would buy DVDs of box sets of shows whenever they came out, and I'd be like, oh, yeah. And so this was one of those.
Recently, I purchased all the 1980s Twilight Zones, actually, so I have no room to talk.
Yeah.
And I had to purchase it used because they only made one version on DVD, apparently, of the 1980s Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Back to this movie.
Back to Land of the Lost from 2009. Yeah, and then there was a 90s version.
Yeah, in the 90s version, I remember that was more our era. I saw, and it sucked.
Name dropping, I met the director, one of the directors in the 90s version, Ernest Farino.
Oh.
He was at a Dallas convention, sci-fi convention in 91. And
you said, what's so wrong with you, man? What's so wrong with you?
He was there to talk about Terminator 2 because he did the titles on Terminator 2. He did the actual opening title.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't actually computer. It was actually optical effects that he did, where he had to paint the cells for it anyway. And he talked about directing Land of the Lost and how he had to fight
Tim Bottoms.
He had to
no, I'm just kidding.
He had to fight Tim Bottoms because he was such a diva. And actually, Tim Bottoms worked with a previous guest of ours, Hunter Carson, on Invaders from Mars.
Yeah.
No, he had to fight for the dinosaur to be, I think, stop motion because they wanted to do, I think, either a puppet or a go motion.
All puppets.
Yeah.
Yeah. They softened that show and really took the edge off of it. It was a different era. I just remember not liking it because I'd seen the show before as a little kid and I was like, nah, pass. But I would watch it. I mean, it was on, back in the day, we were really indiscriminate about broadcast TV. You would watch shit that you hated just because it was on.
Because that was all that was on. It was like you didn't have 100 channels back, unless you had cable sometimes. It was off and on for me growing up that we had cable.
Same here. Yeah, we were off and on. We would have it, not have it. But anyway, so going back to what we want from a TV show remake, the studio wants to make a lot of money and they've got the cachet of some old property. And they can probably pick it up pretty cheap, or in this case, get with the Croft brothers who are probably like, yeah, let's do this. Let's reboot this.
Yeah. And it's got a built-in audience. That's the lucrative draw for a studio is a built-in audience. If anything has a built-in audience, even an Instagram personality, bam, they're like, hey, 100,000 equals 100 million. Bam.
Yeah. But then you've got the fans, right? So that's a double-edged sword. Talking about Star Trek.
And you better satisfy them.
Exactly. You better satisfy those fans because they want authenticity. They want many conflicting things. They want something new, but something that pays homage to the old thing, not too different, but somewhat updated. Mm-hmm. They want it nostalgic, but then they don't want cheesy fan service all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's got to be new, but not too new. It's got to have the flavor of the old still. Some of the flavor. You can't just make new Coke. You got to have the original Coke flavor. You can update the can, but you got to have the old Coke flavor.
Yeah, that's a good analogy, Grandpa. But the beyond nostalgia, just kidding. Beyond nostalgia,
old man laughing there.
You need some other reason for this movie to exist than the blatant cash grab, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a scale, I think, of when these things succeed and don't. On one end, I think Brady Bunch, right? Can we agree that Brady Bunch was probably one of the better TV reboots like this?
I haven't seen Brady Bunch or the sequel, actually.
Oh, yeah, with the program, Jordan.
Although I've got the old VHS ready for me to watch.
Okay, well, that's your homework. You go watch the Brady Bunch and you report back to us, okay? Well, they made a sequel. And they didn't make a sequel of Dukes of Hazzard or Starsky and Hutch, right?
But it looked funny from the outset. I remember the way they sold it.
Yeah.
And it looked like they found a good way to bring it into the 90s, which is also a thing. You got to find a way to bring that property into the era that it's in.
Exactly. And on the not so good side, I'd say Will Smith's Wild Wild West, which is an abysmal film. And I loved that show. I hate it even more because I loved that show as a kid. Same as this.
I did too. I discovered that once again, old show before my time in syndication. Yeah. And my mom got me into it. She's like, this is like a James Bond in the Old West.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
What? So it was campy. It was smart. It was action-packed. And I would, kids and younger folks in the audience, like broadcast TV used to have local stations and affiliates that had syndicated shows, meaning it wasn't a network show like ABC, NBC, CBS. And so they would just show old shows because they were cheap.
Cheap to buy, yeah.
And I remember this came on like Sundays growing up, and I would not miss Wild Wild West. It was such an awesome show.
Yeah, yeah.
Old show, and then when I saw the remake, I was like, this is garbage. Like this was just not only one of the worst movies I'd ever seen, but just a slap in the face. Because I consider myself somewhat of a fan.
It should have been a sign when George Clooney turned down, the Kevin Kline part.
Yeah.
Like that should have been a sign for the filmmakers that this was not going to be that they should have just given up after that, Anyway,
Well, that movie was like Will Smith slapping me in the face.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see if this movie is a Brady Bunch or a Wild Wild West, right?
Keep Wild Wild West's name out your effing mouth, Anthony.
Yeah. So director Brad Silberling of Casper, City of Angels, Lemony Snicket fame.
Yeah, I've seen City of Angels, actually. I remember that one with the tragic ending.
Yeah. And Universal distributed.
Yeah, Brad Silberling, this is also Universal. Like in those two other movies Universal distributed. He must have like a good relationship with Universal Pictures, obviously. Anyway.
And the soundtrack is Michael Giacchino.
Man, that guy, this was just when he was just getting into the business, kind of, because he had also scored Star Trek that same summer.
Yeah.
The J.J. Abrams Star Trek, starring Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto.
Did a lot of work with J.J. Abrams.
And now he's kind of a staple in the Marvel universe as a composer, and also just a staple in the genre of sci-fi and horror.
Yeah. Disney, Pixar.
Yeah. Great composer.
And Jordan, here's a mini quiz for you.
Yes.
He composed the score for two, not one, but two movies that we've talked about. Can you name them? Quiz back at you.
One of them was Super 8, right?
Oh, good. Yeah. What was the other one?
J.J. Abrams, another J.J. Abrams movie, Super 8.
Yeah.
The other one was... darn it. Now okay.
See if you get the vacation or if you just go home with a box of mac and cheese.
Can I call a lifeline? No. I give up. Okay. What was the other one?
John Carter, Jordan.
Oh, MG. I was just thinking about that movie the other night, too.
John Carter.
How John Carter was a nice surprise, yes.
Nice surprise. Well, let's see if this movie's a nice surprise, Jordan. So,
yes.
How does this movie even begin?
If I remember, with this sort of astronaut-looking guy in another upside-down-looking universe, looking like Stranger Things is now to us. Yeah. Stranger Things reference, sorry. But yeah, and he's reporting back to somebody, and then some creature comes out of nowhere and attacks him, and then bam, we have a title sequence, Land of the Lion. It almost looks like Planet of the Apes or something, the way they do it here. Yeah. It looks like the classic 5 original 70s Planet of the Apes title, the way they do it, the font and the way they do the, Land of the Lost,
And the music doesn't recall like Land of the Lost so much as like a 60s show. I don't know what show, but I've heard that theme before, Land of the Giants or Time Tunnel, or I don't know. One of those old shows.
You think they borrowed it from there maybe too, on top of that?
I don't know if they borrowed it, but it suggests it can't be 60s.
Yeah.
But anyways, and that scene was completely unnecessary. Spoilers. They could have cut it and saved a couple mil.
I agree. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one.
So, Jordan, we meet our hero, Dr. Rick Marshall. And who plays Dr. Rick Marshall, sir?
Not the Will from the song, but Will Ferrell, the actor Will Ferrell. And I love me some Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell makes me laugh, honestly. I feel like the dude could just walk into a room and probably make me laugh. I don't know.
Yeah, an American treasure.
Great actor.
Yeah.
He definitely just has only 2 speeds, though, faster and more intense, as George Lucas would say. But,
I'd say a generation-defining comedian. And, I mean, some people don't love him, but I think many people do of a certain age.
But Saturday Night Live, he started on. That's how we all became to know him. I mean, I loved him in the movie Old School.
Old School? Step Brothers.
I mean, you
just name it.
Blades of Glory.
Yeah.
I knew a bartender that was at an event with him. There was another bartender with him, and he was signing his autograph for the bartender, apparently. And the bartender said, "Hey, we got this great drink special here, Will." Will just replied with, "Oh, we like to drink. Yeah, we definitely like to drink. Well, thanks. Thanks for telling me about that." That was his reply. Just stupid, like Will Ferrell stupid. Just reply. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Will Ferrell can do no wrong, in my opinion. Hell, throw him in any movie. I want to see Will Ferrell in Total Recall,
Oh. Wow. Yeah, just throw Will Ferrell in it, and it's funny. Yeah.
Stop! They're coming in. They're going to kill you all.
Yeah.
My name is not Quaid. We're going streaking.
Yeah. You can remake anything with Will Ferrell. It's funny. Sophie's Choice, Coming Home.
Sophie's Choice. Yeah. Oh,
Philadelphia. Just,
Hell, you could put him in a movie like Sling Blade.
Oh, yeah.
He could play Sling Blade, and he might do well.
Will Ferrell's Sling Blade.
Some people call it a Clasher Blade. I call it a Sling Blade, but yeah, he'd be.
I call it a Sling Blade. Yeah, I can just see it. Whoops.
Hell, Oliver Stone could have made W with Will Ferrell as Bush instead of Josh Brolin,
God, I wish he had.
We could have taken it. I would have taken it seriously, sure.
Yeah. Or Timothy Bottoms, either one. Both play good Bushes. Anyway, back to this movie.
Timothy Bottoms reference again.
Look, I get paid every time I make it.
You get paid every time you mention Timothy Bottoms' name? Is that what you said?
Hey, Timothy Bottoms promotes this podcast heavily, okay? Just to let you know.
I know you're in need of Christmas money, Anthony, but...
Somebody keeps the lights on around here, and it's Timothy Bottoms. God damn it. Anyway, so...
Okay, I didn't know Timothy Bottoms was putting Christmas money in your pocket and paying the light bill here. Okay, look, sorry.
Don't put it like that, but, hey, he's a friend of the podcast. Okay, so, anyway, he is a doctor of who knows what. He's promoting his wacko theory of quantum paleontology. It's going to solve the energy crisis with time warps and parallel dimensions.
And he's on the Today Show with Matt Lauer, right?
Yeah, good old Matt Lauer.
What the heck is yeah good old Matt Lauer, good guy Matt Lauer. We all know about how good he was when he was on the Today Show, how behind the scenes in front of the camera. Yes.
Yeah. Look that up, everybody.
Yeah, I say that with a sarcasm. Okay.
Yeah, Google me too. And
funny that Matt Lauer looks like the good guy in this scene.
It was 2009, Jordan.
But it was 2009, Chris Brown could do no wrong yet, right?
Harvey Weinstein was still just a nice independent filmmaker,
He was still Uncle Harvey, yes.
Uncle Harvey. So, different era, but Will Ferrell, I think it's kind of funny. There are some jokes in this movie, and I think some of them are funny.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Well, there are a lot of jokes in this movie, and I think some of them are funny. But anyway, he says he spent $50 million in taxpayer money to study transdimensional energy. and just like Matt Lauer's having none of this. He's just like Stephen Hawking said, your theory's nonsense. And then he just storms off, and then he runs back and attacks Matt Lauer. And like a bouncer grabs him. That's funny. Yeah. Good way to, start the movie. But off the bat, this is a Will Ferrell movie. If you walked in,
I didn't want to laugh, but I did actually. I laughed hard.
Yeah.
Actually. I was like, I'm not gonna enjoy this movie. But I had the headphones on. I probably looked crazy every time my wife would pass the room. Anyway.
So Dr. Rick Marshall falls from grace. 3 years later, he's presenting his tachyon amplifier idea, this device that amplifies tachyons so you could travel sideways in time. Not forward, not in the past, but sideways, where past, present, and future all meet, to some kids at the La Brea tar pits, how the mighty have fallen, and the kids just dismiss him and give him sass. But then a woman approaches and asks if he ever made his tachyon amplifier. And Jordan, who's that? Who's this lady?
She's played by Anna Friel, and her name is Holly, like in the TV show.
Yeah, Holly Cantrell.
Although she's older than Holly was in the TV show, in the original 70s show.
Yeah, Holly in the show was like a little 12-year-old kid.
Yeah, like 12-year-old girl. She looked like Cindy Brady or something.
Yeah, and this is, and Doc Holliday would say, "My word, Jordan, I have the vapors. What a dusky spirited actress.
What a tall drink of water she is.
What a tall drink of water."
Yes, the lovely Anna Friel. She kind of reminds me of like a Lara Croft in this movie, the way they make her out, like kind of, which is kind of, neat.
Yeah, British actress. And we find out later, they dress her quite skimpily in this movie,
Yeah.
I'm glad she was okay with that. Her agent was like, look, okay, you got to show a little skin, hey, this is, Matt Lauer's in this movie. You know how it is. You know what I mean? Like,
and she later on puts up with some things too, which I'll bring up later. Which we'll
talk about it later.
Which I do remember actually.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of what
she puts up with some handsy things from the Chaka.
Yeah, she puts up with some stuff later, but I'm not complaining about her outfit.
She's a bold actress, very bold.
Some people might have problems with it. I'm not complaining.
No, I'm not complaining.
I can see how people would. Okay.
How dare she look sexy? How dare she?
It's 2009. It's a different era. And it's amazing, like, watching this movie. And I was just like, oh, shit, 2009 was a different era. Anyway.
Yeah, there were some things they said in the dialogue. I was like, what? They would not write that. They wouldn't say that now.
Hell no. Anyway.
Like, at one point, she says that's so gay.
Yeah.
And I remember in 2008, people kind of addressing that as that was when people were finally getting on top of that, going, that's not nice at all to say. That's, like, unflattering to say. We don't say things like that,
Yeah. So, but this is a bro comedy. Let's get that out of the way. If you walked into the theater expecting this was going to be a heart and soul and literal remake of the TV show, but like this really is a 2000s bro comedy. You mentioned Old School. It's like Old School. The writers from Old School or The Hangover.
Yeah.
Wrote a Land of the Lost remake.
I'm almost shocked that Seth Rogen and James Franco didn't show up somewhere in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. Because this is almost like, the screenplay is almost like someone smoked a lot of dope and went like, oh, let's make this funny, brah. Let's just make this funny. Come on. I mean, we really gotta. I mean, this is just a kid's show. Let's take out all the seriousness. Wouldn't it be funny if the Chaka was being all touchy-feely? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I do wonder if, like, were you affected even this way? Were fans of the original Land of the Lost kind of, like, butthurt over? Were they like the Star Trek fans? I wonder, were there any of them out there vocal and been like, were they like, man, F this movie, man. It doesn't have any of the heart of the show. Doesn't have any of the innocence of the show,
Let's answer that a little later. Let's go through the show and kind
of
put
a pin in that donkey, as you say.
Put a pin in that donkey. I've never said that in a word in my life, but I like it.
Yeah, you said it on the last podcast. No, I'm just joking.
You said put a pin in that donkey.
Anyway. On the Fabulous Saints podcast, didn't you say that? You said let's put a pin in that donkey, that pink donkey.
No, I don't think so, but it's good. No. So put a pin in that. But anyway, so donkey pinned. So she studied at Cambridge, and she says, I got laughed out of mainstream science. I don't do that anymore. That's the old me. And so she gives him a fossil that his lighter fits into.
Yeah.
He said, look, I believe this is why I believe your theory.
A perfect Zippo imprint on this fossil. Wow. How did it get here? As Chris Walken might say.
Yeah. And smoking in this movie. That's interesting. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So he says he made the tachyon amplifier, but never had the nerve to test it. So she takes him out in the desert to where she found the fossil, and we meet Danny McBride playing Will Stanton. Now, who on earth is Danny McBride, Jordan?
Danny McBride, who I know from Pineapple Express, at least that's the first thing I can think of right offhand, is one of the supporting characters in Pineapple Express.
Oh, yeah.
He's got that neck brace in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, Danny McBride.
He's a funny actor. Great actor.
Yeah. The Righteous Gemstones.
Great in this movie. Actually, he's cracking me up in this movie a lot with his funny lines, his bad lines in certain areas as far as they were supposed to be bad, kind of thing.
Yeah, but he's playing Danny McBride. So off the bat, Will Ferrell's playing Will Ferrell, and Danny McBride's playing Danny McBride, right?
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
And Anna Friel is playing Lara Croft.
Yeah. What could go wrong, Jordan? With all the talent in front of and behind the camera, what could go wrong? Anyway.
What could go wrong? Nothing at all. Nothing.
So he's the shop owner. He has this cheesy shop out in the desert, like a tourist trap. He takes him to the Devil's Canyon Mystery Cave, which is this cheesy low-rent cave tour.
As cheesy as this looks, I want to go there, though.
Yeah.
It looks like a really bad roadside attraction, but it's a dark ride, like right on the side of the road, Anthony. I mean, come on. Although I imagine it's down the street from the exhibit from, House of a Thousand Corpses and those movies,
Oh, yeah.
It's just like a trek away.
Yeah, murders have happened on this property. I'm not saying Danny McBride, but somebody has been murdered.
The same universe as Nope even is right down the road,
So, Rick sends his tachyons as they're going on this little. He's paddling them through the cave tour. There's this little river of soap runoff from the factory down the road, and so it's not real. And then the tachyon device starts going haywire, and then there's an earthquake. Right?
The greatest earthquake ever known. Yes,
exactly. Then they're pulled into a time vortex, Jordan.
And they wake up in like a desert. It kind of reminds me of like in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the special edition, when they found that boat just randomly in the Gobi Desert kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it's that kind of setting. It's like where all these things from time and space are just from different time periods are thrown together in this vortex that they're in.
Yeah. A longboat and a Cessna aircraft there. And this is...
Yeah, we see a Viking boat right there. And then an aircraft right on top of it. Bam. Like crashed on top of it. What a trip.
So this is success to Rick. He's like, oh my God, this is amazing. My theories are correct. But then he finds out that his tachyon amplifier has disappeared.
Yeah. Darn it.
And so this whole thing is like, a time warp where past, present, and future have come together.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong again, Anthony.
Oh, Fax Guy. Hello.
Oh, Fax Guy. Hey, Fax Guy. What the hell?
What have you been up to, Fax Guy?
Nothing. I've just been listening to your podcast and just restraining myself because Anthony makes so many factual inaccuracies in his statements.
How does he hear us? We don't even do this live. How does he know we're...
I have a podcast amplifier. That's all you need to know about it.
That's true. You did hack into that radio station with it. You did the pirate thing on.
And I hate it, but I subscribe to this and on your Patreon, and I get to hear podcasts as you record them.
Sounds like you're a fan.
Yeah, well, I'm a fan of you, Jordan. You're the sensible one here.
Oh.
But Anthony, wrong again, Anthony.
Oh, Anthony, you're in trouble. Anthony, telephone.
What the hell, Fax Guy? I wasn't even finished.
But you were about to be wrong. In the show Land of the Lost, Rick Marshall tells us that the Land of the Lost is a closed universe, like a locked room in space. It's not a time warp. It's like if you can imagine a holodeck in Star Trek. Right, Jordan? Am I speaking your language, the holodeck?
The holodeck.
Of the next generation?
I know the holodeck, yes.
Imagine a holodeck, but it's like a mini-universe with an artificial sun, moons, wind, and even gravity is artificial.
So they're in a closet in the universe?
Yeah, separate from the universe, Jordan. Imagine if you made a machine that was separate from the universe. You made a separate room. If the holodeck was outside of the Enterprise and floating in space, and the Enterprise was the universe. Because it's not in the universe, it could travel to different places and times within the universe. Am I boring you, Jordan?
Oh, sorry.
I'd expect that sort of thing from Anthony, but not you.
I didn't get enough sleep last night, sorry.
Anyway, in the show, these pylons with these crystal matrices in different configurations control all this.
Oh, yeah, the pyramid-looking things.
Yes, and the Land of the Lost, Jordan, is effectively a broken time machine, a transportation device that's pulling things in from different times and places. Okay, and it has a mass equilibrium and it needs to maintain. It's powered by a matter-antimatter engine at its core.
All right, Fax Guy. Okay.
Whoa, I'm glad I'm smoking this right now then on this podcast. Yeah, whoa, that's all I can say.
So the movie gets that wrong from the original show, Fax Guy, right? It's not a time warp. We're past and present and everything all mixed. It's some sort of broken machine, right?
Yes, the movie, The Land of the Lost, it's just some stupid time warp that doesn't make any sense. This movie is so illogical. That's why I had to come and talk to you guys. It's an anathema to science. It makes no sense even for a comedy. And don't even get me started on the tachyons. Tachyons are hypothetical and already faster than light. How would you accelerate one? Are you slowing it down or speeding down?
Whoa. It's all good. It's all good, Fax Guy. It's okay.
All right, Fax Guy, take a breath.
You need a hug? Have you taken your medication yet?
Thank you, Jordan. Yes.
Hey, just think about something else, Fax Guy. I think it broke his brain, Jordan.
Did it break his brain? Are you okay, Fax Guy? Are you still with us?
I'm okay.
Join us on our next podcast when Fax Guy will explain the upside down and Stranger Things and how it works scientifically and how it can't work scientifically, how it shouldn't exist.
That makes more sense, Jordan.
Okay. Take a drink of water.
Okay, I better.
Okay.
Thank you. So, I just want to tell your listeners to tune in to my new podcast called Wine Moms Talk True Crime.
What is that?
Really? Like forensics?
What is that, Facts Guy? Wine moms? Like you talk to wine moms over that? About what?
No. But the market is saturated with podcasts, so you have to get listeners somehow. And they come in to listen to the true crime, and they get hooked as I point out logical fallacies in true crime stories to drunken, true crime wine aficionados.
Interesting. That's actually a pretty good. Hey, that's a pretty good idea. I got to give it to him. He's thinking with a marketing head, the marketing brain. You know.
Sounds like a bait and switch to me, Facts Guy.
Well, isn't this movie a bait and switch?
Anyway. Thanks, Facts Guy.
So he just basically explained how this movie should not exist at all. Is that what I'm getting?
This movie itself is a paradox. But I guess the point he's trying to make is a kids' TV show from the 70s was actually written by people who took science fiction seriously.
Yeah.
Like Larry Niven, Walter Koenig, who was Chekhov from Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
DC Fontana. I mean, David Gerald. There were just a number of people who wrote for Twilight Zone, Star Trek.
I did watch episode 1 of Land of the Lost just right before I started the movie as a way of kind of leading in, just to give myself just a refresher introduction. And I saw that, David Gerald wrote the first episode. David Gerald wrote the famous Trouble with Tribbles episode, and also wrote an episode and directed an episode of Logan's Run, the TV show. And so, David Gerald is all over sci-fi. So, and DC Fontana also from Star Trek as well.
So, I mean, that's the kind of writing power that was behind this show that made this complex idea of this broken machine. And we'll find out who built the pocket universe, the broken machine that's pulling things in and out. But as far as the old show goes, really, you have 3 characters who are in name only, different ages, not a family. Maybe they become a family throughout the course of the movie, Jordan, but they're not blood relatives. And the whole idea of the Land of Lost, it's pulling things in and out from different times, but that's just about it. And then they save this ape man, Chaka, who is about to be killed by some others of his tribe.
Yeah.
And do you know who plays him, Jordan?
It's Jorma Taccone?
Yeah.
Right?
Jorma Taccone. Yeah, of Lonely Island. I had no idea.
Oh.
An ape makeup.
I thought Chaka was real. A real primate or something that they hired to be in the movie.
Jordan, you are gullible. It's the magic of movies.
I didn't look it up, so I just assumed.
But anyway, so...
the magic of movies, really?
Yeah, you were talking...
This was played by an actor. Wow. Amazing.
Yes. So when Chaka is introducing himself to Holly, who somehow speaks the ape language, Pakuni...
She figured it out quick.
And there was... Back in the old show, to tell you about the accuracy that they really strove for, they wrote a Pakuni language for the ape people. They actually wrote a language, like Klingon or something.
I believe it. Yeah, if they had all the Star Trek writers, that makes sense. But and they obviously, and they did the same thing in the show, though, I noticed. In the first episode, they meet Chaka.
Yeah.
And same deal, even though Holly's a 12-year-old in the show, she quickly figured out the language somehow.
Yeah.
So it's not really too far off there with this movie.
Okay. But unlike the TV show, thank goodness, so Chaka is introducing himself to Holly and he grabs her boob.
Yeah.
And that's like... You get a boob squeeze joke, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Isn't this movie PG-13 also? I mean, this is like a family movie, and there's like boob.
Yeah. I was like, did Matt Lauer play Chaka? That's what I thought at first.
Yeah. I thought, did Matt Lauer rewrite this scene? Is what I thought. Oh, damn. Is that too soon? Sheesh.
But anyway.
We're going to get sued now.
It's been 10 years. I think we're all right. Anyway, so then they are attacked by a T-Rex and escape, and they're crossing this chasm, and they get to the other side, and Rick is like, he just starts talking trash about the small brain of this dinosaur that he can't get over this chasm. But then we find out that dinosaurs in this universe speak English.
Yeah.
Okay, and are smart.
I think this is where the movie started just getting fun, I feel like. The dinosaur took it personal when he insulted him.
Yeah.
Like this T-Rex, which is really great. It looks like it came right out of a Jurassic Park movie. The CG I think is really good, actually. obviously it surpasses the original TV show, the stop motion animation, Dynamation type process, and the miniatures.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, it hears him, it gets pissed off, it runs and jumps over the chasm and chases him into this cave. And so there's this feud, this vendetta that this T-Rex has against Will, and it's super smart, apparently, for the rest of the movie. So
yeah, more than just the shark in Jaws 3 or Jaws the Revenge, this T-Rex now has a bigger vendetta than those two sharks did.
Yeah. And so this movie is a cartoon.
Yeah.
That's when you're just like, okay, all right. If I believe this dinosaur is just going to single this dude out for being shit talked about, and then okay. if you have problems with that, then leave the theater, turn it off. The rest of this movie, that's the most.
It's almost like I wish he'd thrown a beer can at the dinosaur. You know,
I know. That's the most grounded thing, the most logical thing that happens in this for the rest of the movie. So Jordan, so far.
Yeah. I did laugh on this, though. I did laugh hard. I'm not going to lie.
So are you buying this so far? Like, what do you think?
Not really, but it's entertaining, actually. I was laughing at this point.
Okay. Got some chuckles in.
Down to, already earlier when he was talking, when it was like a free ad for Arby's and Will Ferrell was lying around after finishing the machine and indulging on Arby's.
It's a Will Ferrell movie. If you like Will Ferrell
had me at Arby's. But no, honestly, I was just laughing my butt off at this point. It's all absurd. It's, you know what? Just, you can't take this seriously, folks.
Yeah.
Don't walk into this movie thinking you're going to get, a serious art film.
Yeah.
My Dinner with Andre or something like that. Or The Bicycle Thief. Or
this isn't high art.
No, this is like a hamburger.
This is poop jokes.
Exactly. This is fart jokes, dick jokes.
So anyway, Will gets this psychic call from a lizard being that's in trouble, and then they discover a crystal transmitter amongst some ruins.
Now, I got to stop you. Don't these creatures look just like they did on the original show? Didn't they look just the same almost? They're a little more. Yeah, they've made more sophisticated masks for the actors on this one, but
yes,
it's the same look and design, isn't it? Like to the movie's credit, right?
Yeah, well, what you're talking about is Chaka warns them about something called the Slee Stack, right?
Yeah.
And who are the Slee Stack?
This alien race, though? Is that what?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, this lizard-looking alien race.
Yeah, they're slow-moving lizard people, and they look just like the TV show. I think that's great. There's a little CGI with their mouths, but there's a lot of fidelity to the old costumes. The old costumes were cheesy TV costumes from the 70s, but they kept the look, I think.
It's one of a few callbacks of the TV show that we find, though, nevertheless. Because you don't really get that from right off the bat when this movie starts. You're like, this is so different this is already different from the TV show, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then by the time you get to the other side, you're like, oh, wait, they're throwing little nods at, and they already threw a nod at us when he was in the boat saying it's a great earthquake,
Yeah. So,
throwbacks.
If you're coming into this wanting to see some stuff from the TV show, it's throwing stuff from the TV show at you. Okay. Is it the same way as it was in the TV show? Not really, but there's a lot of fidelity to the look of the Slee Stack and Enoch and stuff like that, but a little updated. So, Rick uses Holly's crystal that she found to open a portal and escape the Slee Stack and go into one of the pylons. And then they find Enoch, the lizard man who was calling them, who sent Will the psychic message.
Yeah.
And he introduces himself. He's like, I'm Enoch the Altrusian. And so he says he is a prisoner in the land of lost just like them, and this evil madman, the Zarn, conquered his world and now wants to use the crystals to open a portal and conquer Earth with his army of Slee Stack.
Yeah, and I think, man, this is like where the movie just becomes more of an acid trip compared to the TV show even. Mm-hmm. I have to say, I got to throw that out there.
No, I think you're absolutely right. It gets weird from here on out. That's what I'm saying. It's like Act 2, hold on.
Even if you're not stoned watching this movie, you'll feel stoned and you'll feel like you're not stoned enough, nevertheless.
Yeah, because I'm describing.
I can't put it any other way than that.
I'm describing this, and I've seen both the movie and the TV show. This is like, so anyway, Enoch is in this, blah, 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 because Enoch was in the original show, and we'll talk about...
And it's not like the TV show's like an acid trip, too, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Going down a damn waterfall forever and to cross into some interdimensional portal, yeah. What, that's not acidy enough for you?
Yeah. That part, like... The difference in the TV show and this is like that family element. Do you remember that show Otherworld from the 80s, Jordan?
Yes. Yeah, that show about a family. It came on Friday night, CBS, about a family marooned in some vortex where they were just crossing over different, just like that movie we talked about in another podcast, My Science Project, where they're just walking into different time zones, literally traveling in through different time zones, only it's more spread out than what we saw in that movie, My Science Project. And it came on in late 84, early 85, and it only lasted like half a season, but dang, man. What was it about 70s and 80s shows wanting to be about like, it's about a family that crosses into a time vortex. And they can't get back home. But that's going to be the whole show. They want to get back home.
Yeah.
Just like Gilligan's Island.
But this is like Jay and Silent Bob's Otherworld, or this is like freaking, like you're right, Seth Rogen.
And then they had Fantastic Journey, which was a prime time NBC TV show even.
Yeah. So there's a lot of shows like this with that family element. And
in the late 70s.
And the threat and the danger. Mm-hmm. But this is played completely, even though we have a plot here, it's still played completely for comedy. Because like the Tsar needs Rick Marshall's device to amplify tachyons and release the power of the crystals and then focus tachyons to open a portal at any point in space-time so his army can like conquer. But I don't really feel like, oh no, the stakes are high. These guys have to do this. You're just kind of like, okay, sure. And then so Enoch is looking for he's like, I can't find the tachyon amplifier because it's moving somehow. Mm-hmm. And so Chaka takes them to the main entrance of the Land of the Lost, where you see like landmarks like the Golden Gate Bridge and the Sphinx and a Bob's Big Boy statue. It's just a mix of random, like you said, like a drug trip. It's a mix of random shit from different times.
I thought that was kind of neat looking though, nevertheless. Visually surprisingly, because this is a comedy, obviously, I just was like, wow, for a Will Ferrell comedy, the visuals are kind of far out in this movie.
Yeah.
Some of them look like a painting, like a Dali-esque painting,
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. It was like Will calls it a cosmic lost and found, and it's visually stunning. I like that, and then an ice cream truck lands, and then there's an ice cream, there's an ice cream vendor dude, ice cream man inside.
I laughed on that one part.
And then what happens?
Oh, I forgot what. Oh, does that where they
all the dinosaurs are waiting because they sit by the dinosaurs wait by this portal because shit just keeps dropping through it.
This is like bait for the dinosaurs, basically.
And they just go tear him up. And so
the ice cream truck and everything.
The T-Rex, who Holly calls Grumpy, shows up, and an Allosaurus from the TV show too. Arrive, and they're chasing Rick Marshall all around for a while because he douses himself in dinosaur pee. I thought that was funny.
Yeah,
that was fucking stupid.
The dinosaur pee.
This movie's fucking stupid. It's an eye roll, but you're just laughing because it's dumb.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Man, this is stupid, man. That's just kind of my reaction. Man, this is effing stupid, man. Will Ferrell's stupid, man.
Okay, he's supposed to be a scientist, but he gets a plant-eating dinosaur's pee and douses himself in it.
I believed him too in the beginning. That's the silly part of it too. I think he's right, actually.
Will Ferrell's a great comedic actor. He can sell this, and I gotta say, to Will's credit, I don't know many actors that could douse themselves in dinosaur pee in a movie and get away with it, and he does. Okay, it's funny.
What was that pee made of, too, for the prop?
It looked like
from the prop department. It looked like pee. Was it beer or something? I mean, like, did they put Will Ferrell's favorite Old Milwaukee beer in there or something?
But anyway, he's supposed to be a doctor, right? This is what I don't get. And he gets plant-eating dinosaur pee and douses him on himself. And that'd be like getting deer pee and pouring it on yourself to hide from mountain lions or something. So, of course, a predator is going to smell that and go for you, and that's what happens. I don't know if that's what the movie intends, but that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
And so the dinosaur is just chasing him around these dunes for like 10 minutes, and it's just stupid. I don't know. It's great.
I think it made me laugh more now since we've had a Lost World Jurassic Park sequel where there's a scene with Chris Pratt where he takes oil out of the car and douses himself to cover up his own human smell.
Yeah.
So the T-Rex or Indominus Rex can't get at him. And of course, you're like, oh, that's smart as the audience. Oh, that's smart. Of course, that makes sense. Yeah. But you don't actually know for a fact that if this was a reality, if this would actually work or not. Anyway.
Did they steal that from Land of the Lost, you think?
I know. It's more seriously done in the Lost World. I mean, not Lost World, Jurassic World. But yeah. The first Jurassic World movie.
Honestly, at this point, I just saw the last one, which was, what was it, Rebirth on the plane. Mm-hmm. And I think this movie is better than the last few Jurassic World sequels we've gotten. I just want to say
I agree. Actually,
it's more accurate. It's more thrilling.
I couldn't get through the last one or the one before the last one. Actually, I had a hard time with. Some of the characters were irritating. I'm not going to go into the detail there, but anyway, I agree. Yeah. I agree with you, actually.
So that's sad. I don't know if that's a check in the box for this movie, but yeah, I would probably rather watch this than the Jurassic World sequel, sadly.
I mean, once again, the dinosaur looked good in this movie. Being a Harryhausen fan, you and I are both Harryhausen fans, hell.
Yeah.
And we're fans of the stop motion, the original show, Land of the Lost, but like you got to admit the dinosaur looks pretty dang cool in here for being just all CG. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's all CG, no prop.
It looks good, except for one scene later on. But it looks good. It's got personality, and
personality, which is also very important for an effect.
So speaking of personality, they blow up the cute little dinosaur with a can of compressed refrigerant.
Oh, that's right.
I was like, damn. I actually saw this movie in the theater and I forgot a lot about it.
Did you really? Oh, I guess you would have. Yeah, because you were a fan.
I was a fan. I was like, it was 2009. I didn't have anything to do. So anyway, they blow up the dinosaur and it somehow swallowed the tachyon accelerator that was in its stomach. So yeah, Jordan, they've got the tachyon accelerator. Yeah. They can give it to Enoch and then he can stop the Zarn, right? No. What happens, Jordan?
Oh. I forgot what happens here. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's no problem. Then this pterosaur, this pteranodon comes in and this other dinosaur comes up to it. And then the pteranodon grabs that dinosaur and it's holding the strap for the thing. And so it inadvertently pulls away the tachyon accelerator and takes it far into the distance. And I kind of like that. That's, stakes are high.
Yeah,
you think, a little twist. I like that.
I thought, they were raising the stakes there pretty well. You're like, oh, what's going to happen? Oh. Yeah.
But then Rick Marshall is ready to give up. Who knows where the tachyon accelerator is now? He just gives up.
Yeah.
And then Holly says she's pissed off. She's committed herself to his theories. And she was tossed out of Cambridge because of it. Like she was following him and his work. And she didn't believe that, like everyone was saying, he was a fool. And there's some great acting from Anna Friel here. Like what movie does she think she's in?
You got to play it straight, though. No, I agree. Her performance here is really good. I mean, because it's like serious and that's the way you got to play comedy, straight like this. Are we getting to the scene where they're picking the things off the trees and drinking them?
Almost. We're about to get there. But no, she's I don't know, she's the straight man, but she's like a really good actress. She's like, this is my shot.
Yeah.
I know my agent told me to take this movie and it was going to blow up my career and I had to let an ape man feel me up for half the film, but this is it. This is my shot. I'm taking it.
It's worth it.
She reminds me of that British actor in Jaws 3. Who didn't realize he was in Jaws 3. He's like, this is my shot. I'm going for it. I'm a British actor. We don't do stupid. We don't do campy. We just, everything's an Oscar-winning performance,
Yeah.
But anyways, what do you think about these actors' chemistry? Danny McBride, Will Farrell, Anna Friel. What do you think about them together? Are you buying them as a group?
And Chaka,
sorry.
Who, by the way, they've decided that they were going to eat at one point. Will Ferrell decided
I know.
that if they had to resort to cannibalism, they were going to eat Chaka because he might make a nice meat, like a baby back rib. It would come right off the bone.
Will Ferrell is like so antagonistic in this movie.
Which is so stupid, but I laughed my ass off, actually.
He has grievance with the dinosaur. He has grievance with Chaka. Like, he's just an asshole. It's that Will Ferrell asshole character.
Yeah, the chemistry oddly works here between these three. They're like Han and Luke and Leia in this world. I don't know, but they're funny.
Oh, wow.
They're funny here. I don't know. But, this is like in the old days when they had like the Bowery Boys. I'm going way back here, of course. Like the Bowery Boys where they was a bunch, Bowery Boys were these funny kids that would stay in a place where there were ghosts. Or like Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. Abbott and Costello meet the Wolfman. Yeah. I think that's Will Ferrell is the modern equivalent in a fantastic movie like this.
Golly Jenkins, that's a timely reference, Jordan. And how?
I'm sorry. I know I'm reaching there. Or Ghostbusters, even for an example. Ghostbusters, where you have the humor balancing out.
They're a team. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a team with chemistry here in the movie.
So it is working for you.
Where they can even throw in a line every they're improvising, and it works because the team is on par with each other. In the same situation as the first Ghostbusters movie, yeah, I think. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of chemistry, that kind of, fuel, that kind of, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Hold on a second.
Anthony's looking something up. Your listening time is very important to us. Please stay on the line while Anthony looks something up.
I know, sorry. I was just wondering if Will Ferrell and Danny McBride had been in other movies together. But I think this is it. I mean,
really?
I think.
Yeah, I would think the same thing. Like, surely, like.
I think he's done, Will Ferrell's done TV cameos and stuff. But as far as movies go, I don't think they make a terrible duo. Danny McBride is, of course, sarcastic and an asshole.
Yeah,
and Will Ferrell's also sarcastic and an asshole. But I think they play off each other pretty well here.
Yeah.
And so anyway, Holly and Will
I was going to say, I like that Will Ferrell, I didn't mean to cut you off.
God damn it, Jordan.
I like that Will Ferrell's keeping a straight face here a lot of times when he says this shit, nevertheless. He might react all funny when he's being dragged by a dinosaur or whatever, but at the same time, he's all straight. Every time his dialogue comes out, he still plays it straight, which is perfect. It's hilarious. Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, Holly and Will are camping. And Rick is who knows where. And Jordan's fostering some rescue doodles there.
That's right. By the way, if you want a rescue animal, we've got some right now. Call my rescue shelter, Jordan Animal Rescue Shelter.
Anyway.
Those cats next door that have a big litter, I will take them in.
Bring your animals that need a shelter to Jordan's front door.
I'm a lonely cat man, Jordan. Anyway. Jordan, the lonely cat man shelter here.
Anyway,
this is if I wasn't married and had a kid and didn't have had more free time on my hand and didn't have to worry about anything.
There's an alternate universe where Jordan is a happy, lonely cat man. No, I'm just kidding.
I shouldn't laugh.
Who is eaten by his cats whenever he passes out drunk.
That's anyway. Right. I pass out drunk, hit my head on the coffee table, die, and then the cats eat me. And then that's how I'm found in that alternate universe. Oh, God, how horrible. What the hell is this podcast?
I'm sorry. That's really dark.
What the hell happened here?
Let's get back to a funny movie like
Will Ferrell.
Allegedly like Land of the Lost.
Let's talk about this Will Ferrell, Danny McBride movie. Okay. Land of the Lost, 2009.
So Holly and Will leave Rick as in his little pity party there, and they're camping. Like, remember what happened to that freaking cave they were in for protection? Like, there's dinosaurs and all sorts of shit, and they're just camping out in the open.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then we get Jordan. This just in, a fan service alert.
Uh-oh.
Rick returns with a banjo and starts singing the old show theme song.
That's right. Yeah.
Just literally. Anyway, fan service out the end.
Which I kind of loved. I almost cried.
Oh.
Yeah. The Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition meet the greatest biggest earthquake ever known. Okay, yeah, there it is.
And there is, and then we get a glimpse into Jordan's karaoke.
Running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hands, trying to get away into the night and put your arm around. Oh, sorry. I was watching too much Stranger Things lately.
So anyway, it looks like he's actually playing the banjo. I could be wrong, but he calls it a 4-string banjo. It's a 5. But anyways, so and there is a funny scene where like he's back in action. Let's do it, guys.
Yeah.
And this giant mosquito sucks his blood, and it's really
freaking
insane.
This mosquito is ridiculous, man. Talk about a good use of CG also.
Yeah.
For humor's sake, for entertainment's sake. Yeah, you just see it suck all of its blood, and it's blowing up by like a balloon because we're in a different alternate vortex kind of thing here. So
yeah. So they find the pterosaur nest in this volcano. He's got to dance and sing songs from chorus line to lull the hatchlings back to sleep. It's insane. It's insane. Who cares?
Which we heard earlier, like on his little time device that he built. As an old program thing, whatever.
And the time device plays songs from a chorus line. This movie's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Maybe it was the flash drive he used for the memory had it in there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
So then the scene I remember from this movie, and you were referencing earlier, they're celebrating at a motel pool. There's a whole motel that fell.
I love this dumbass scene.
They're playing at the motel pool. Chaka gives them this big ass comical fruit to celebrate.
Yeah.
And it's psychedelic. But the way Holly describes it,
Holly tells them
like it's gonna fucking like zombies are gonna come reach for your soul or rip your soul from you. Whatever it is,
it's gonna kill all your brain cells, all your inhibitions, all your ambition, it's gonna kill it's just gonna be. And you're like, well, that sounds like a good drink, actually.
Holly sounds like a dare ad here. But
she's being a buzzkill already. Jeez, man.
But then, Jordan, they take the fruit, and then what happens?
They're just drinking it, like a lot of it after a while. Like they keep picking it off this tree. That's where they get it from. Like they're tripping out, basically. They just once again, I say this movie is like an acid trip. Here you go right here. This is the most acid trippy scene right here. The monkeys, the movie Head, written by Jack Nicholson, has nothing on this scene at all or this movie. I'm just saying.
It kind of fits in a weird way because this whole thing looks like an acid trip, like the Dali-esque scenes of just like random shit strewn about in the desert. And why not get high? I mean,
there's a reality here too, once again, and the chemistry is good, but this is the reality of it because these guys are coming from our universe drinking this exotic plant thing. And they're like tripping out on it. So they're reacting like how you and I would react to it.
Yeah.
So we can relate. There's the reality compared to the TV show in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. The TV show had a family trying to stay together and survive. They were just in survival mode. And this is like a bunch of dudes in a pool. A giant crab falls into a geyser. Like they're eating crab.
I think oddly this movie was and they eat the giant friggin' crab that looks like it's right out from Demolition Alley. Yeah, another movie we talked about.
Oh, Damnation. Tana, could you pass that fried scorpion?
Remember how we were talking about how you would like to eat that, I think, even. And there it is right there. The crab from Damnation Alley is in this movie. Literally, they're eating it. Dipping it in giant butter.
We should have seen that Land Rover vehicle like stuck in the sand. that
would have been awesome.
Oh my God. Back.
One little, just right in the background. I would have loved it. Yeah, right in the background. The Damnation Alley Land.
I love this.
Yeah, but this is great. I actually love this. This works, right? I mean, this works for the movie. Nevertheless.
This might be the best scene in the movie, and I kind of wish it went on a little longer, in fact. I just love them just farting around getting high. Anyway.
I think it was here that I understood the movie's intention, too, where they're trying for the reality here.
Wait, you discovered this movie had an intention? Is that what?
Yeah. Well, whatever intention this movie had, yes. Towards me as the audience.
Yes. Anyway, Holly, while these guys are off getting high, Holly fixes the tachyon amplifier and opens the pylon. She goes in there and sees this hologram that repeats the warning from earlier that Enoch was showing about the Zarn. And it turns out like the Zarn was trying to warn them, and Enoch is the true threat and has an army of Sleestack and killed the Zarn. It's Enoch's the villain the whole time.
Oh, and the Zarn was played by Leonard Nimoy, by the way, who I didn't know until later on.
Oh, was it? It sounded like him. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like a silly for not even realizing that. Like, I watch old reruns of In Search of, and you'd think, and I've got a Star Trek poster on my wall right now in the living room. What the heck?
I didn't get it either. Wow. And you know what's even worse than that?
What's that? Oh.
It even says, is your daughter speaking Pakuni? What's going on?
My daughter came in, by the way, Anthony. She's part Chaka.
It even says in Wikipedia, and I skipped over that. Anyway, so Holly is captured by Enoch, and so Holly finds out the Zarn was killed by Enoch, and she sees the Zarn skeleton, and then the Sleestack come and capture her. So Rick and Will sober up. They go out to rescue Holly, and they see some Sleestack getting it on, which is weird, okay? Which is just weird. Is there Sleestack porn out there? Probably. But I didn't need this in my head. You know what I mean?
I am embarrassed to say that I've seen the Sleestack porn. I looked it up right after this, and it did exist.
I bet.
Sleestack in compromising positions. Sleestack naked eating ice cream, It was pretty naughty, yeah.
They love some Sleestack porn in Japan, for sure.
Sleestack menage a trois going on. It was bizarre.
All right. We get the point, Jordan. We get the point.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll get my mind out of the gutter. I'm sorry.
So anyway, they shed their skins, and Will and Rick.
Oh, yeah. They use them as disguise, right?
Yes. For like 2 seconds, because there's a circle of Sleestack skulls with glowing eyes that are around this pit. And the Sleestack have put Holly in this cage, and it's being lowered in the pit like Temple of Doom style.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking, too. I was reminded of.
And then they get in line with these Sleestack, and the Sleestack, of course, don't recognize them. Even though they have these big fake oversized Sleestack suits.
Yeah, with their eyes poking out, their human eyes poking out through them.
Holly's being condemned to death for trying to deliver the tachyon device to Enoch. So, Jordan, do you understand what the fuck is going on here with these floating skulls or these skulls and with glowing eyes and all this? Or does it even matter?
This was a trip, man. But, it made more sense, oddly, than Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls ending. Ooh, big jab there.
But accurate.
But no, nevertheless, maybe that's why some of it's a blur for me the next day, but yet I have a lasting memory of not a bad memory of the movie so far. Anyway.
Well, let me explain something real quick. So try to stay awake for this. Jordan, going back to the show, what the whole Land of the Lost was. Remember how it was a little mini universe that's separate from our universe? And it was a machine that's pulling things in and out of it. Well, Enoch in the show, he was from the show, but he wasn't a bad guy.
Yeah.
So Enoch was from an advanced race called the Altrusians.
That's the alien race here that look like lizard people.
Yeah, but they're a different color. He's more like yellow, and then the Sleestack are green. So his race, the Altrusians, built the Land of the Lost little pocket universe to travel through time and space.
Okay, that's talking the original
TV show.
Bible kind of.
But there was so much power, you can imagine their civilization had a civil war to control the technology. Some wanted to conquer the universe. Others wanted to promote peace. And so the Enoch of the show is stuck in the Land of the Lost. Well, he meets a Sleestack, and he thinks he went to the past. He thinks like, oh, these are my ancestors. But then he realizes that his civilization and their civil war bombed themselves to shit, and the Sleestack are the future of his race. It's kind of like Planet of the Apes. Do you see what I'm saying?
I wonder now if they've done this like with a more serious approach now, like what it had been like after listening to what you say.
And so in the show, he's trying to get home himself, send the Marshall family home, and stop this machine that's spinning out of control, pulling things in and out from different places in the universe. In the movie, and the Sleestak ancestors, those skulls are in the TV show, but I don't even want to go explain that. But it has nothing to do with they basically taken this movie.
I Googled some of this, and luckily the AI Google would answer some of my questions about this show. Some of the things, like some of the, like the word pylons.
So Jordan Googled WTF Land of the Lost 70s, and it's like, well,
WTF do they call those pyramid things in the Land of the Lost TV show, okay? Land of the Lost TV show are called pylons, interdimensional portals. Oh, thanks, Google.
Jordan has Googled set to Leonard Nimoy's voice. Anyway. So this movie is kind of like Land of the Lost in that it's pulling concepts from the old TV show randomly and mashing it into this movie. It's like they don't make any sense.
And it's on a bigger budget level, obviously. So, but it's got a few of the concepts still there.
Yeah, they don't need any of this shit. But Enoch was the good guy in the TV show, and now he's the bad guy. So they flipped that on us. So that's a little different.
Okay, so I see what you're saying with Enoch now. Yeah, he was, okay.
Yeah.
Why did they do that? They did that in Mission Impossible, the first movie, where they made the main guy who was based on the John Voight guy. They made him he was, what's the actor's name in the original show?
Peter Graves?
Peter Graves. He was the Peter Graves character. They made the Peter Graves character evil.
Yeah, and the bad guy at the end. You're like, what?
They made him the bad guy, and it was only the first movie.
Yeah.
And they made him the bad guy. And then, of course, he was never in the next movie, obviously, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so the Sleestak are lowering Holly into the cage a la Temple of Doom into a lava pit. And then Rick and Will jump out of their costumes, which is stupid even for this comedy with all the Sleestak around.
I was about to do the Temple of Doom chant just now. Goya, 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 Goya,
So Will jumps on the cage to swing and rescue Holly, and the skulls explain that Enoch is responsible for the death of a civilization and was sentenced to 10,000 years imprisonment. So they have it all wrong. Enoch's lying to them.
No, it's not wrong. And also, by the way, the Joker killed Batman's parents.
Oh,
you knew that, right?
Yeah.
It's been like that the whole time, all along.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was always like that. Forget everything you ever knew, Anthony. And also, Tony Stark rescued Killmonger from the desert, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So, just saying. That's the way it all happened, just that way.
Stare into this crystal. Everything you knew is false. So Rick saves Holly from being lowered into the pit, which is the Sleestak god from the TV show. Doesn't matter. So Rick saves Holly, Jordan, and then what does Holly do?
I'm sorry. What does Holly do here? I'm having a senior moment again.
She kisses him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gosh. Oh, yeah, that's right. They kiss. Yeah.
After zero indication of any romantic interest. Did you see this coming?
I did not. No. It was kind of inappropriate.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
But then he was into it.
It wasn't that bad.
He could have reacted like, I don't have the same feelings for you. That would have been funny too, I think. I don't know. Anyway, so Jordan, I'm going to talk to this movie like a person for a minute. Take a knee, movie.
Okay. Movie, sit down. Please sit down. Movie. Please.
No.
Please sit down.
Movie, sit down. Look, movie, you're throwing all sorts of crazy shit at us. Like, I just saw an ice cream man get eaten by dinosaurs. I just saw a bunch of high people eating a giant crab. I'll believe anything at this point, movie. But I don't believe this thrown in my face last minute, turned in your homework late relationship between Holly and Rick. I just don't buy it. You need to set things up, movie. You need moments of chemistry, clear moments of chemistry between these characters.
But she already, she had a crush on him, right? She came to meet him, so.
But do you think that telegraphed enough, Jordan? Were you buying it?
No, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm afraid not. Maybe you're right. It didn't build up to it.
No, I don't think the movie earned that, personally. Movie, sit down. No, movie, don't know. You're still sitting down, movie. This whole relationship feels like it's forced by some bro incel screenwriters who are just like, yeah, we got to have a romantic thing. The hot chick's got to make out with Will Ferrell.
Anthony, watch your tone Watch your tone with this movie, Anthony. It's a little sensitive about this kind of thing.
I'm sorry, movie. I get very passionate.
At the same time, though, this movie is old enough now. I mean, this movie was born in 2009. It's old enough now to understand, I think.
You've had some time to think about it, movie.
It's old enough to take this kind of criticism. A movie, you're old enough to take this kind of criticism. Okay. I'm sorry, Anthony. Continue.
So Enoch arrives and explains that he has enslaved the Sleestack with the power of the crystals. This sounds like something from Burning Man. Yeah. And with Rick's device, he can go to any place in time and space to conquer, starting with Earth. So then Enoch brings the T-Rex that has the grievance against Rick to the area, and it attacks him.
Yeah.
I love how the T-Rex just really hates Rick and doesn't care about Will and Holly.
Yeah.
They just leave. This scene is clumsy as fuck. I mean, It's clumsy. It's funny, but this is clumsy.
Okay, so this is when the T-Rex is going to swallow him?
Yeah, he attempts to pole vault over the T-Rex, and Jordan, what happens?
That's right. He's going into the T-Rex to retrieve.
Well, he doesn't want to, does he?
No, but yeah. He vaults into the T-Rex.
Yeah.
This was stupid. Into the T-Rex's mouth, into the T-Rex's belly, and then to retrieve. I forgot.
No, I think he's trying to vault over it. He's trying to get away from it, and it just.
Oh yeah.
He just vaults himself right into its mouth.
Yeah, right.
So Holly and Will attack the Sleestack, but are overwhelmed in like 5 minutes later. And then what happens, Jordan? What happens? Riding in from the sunset.
But then later on, he comes out of the T-Rex, and they're going to be bras after that,
Yeah. So.
They're going to be buds. Bumping fist and paw.
Yeah, Holly and Will are attacking the Sleestack, but are overwhelmed, and Rick returns riding the T-Rex, and the T-Rex just plows through the Sleestack.
Yeah.
And how did he get out of the T-Rex, Jordan?
I'm assuming he got out through the digestive system way.
Yeah.
Unless the T-Rex vomited him up, but there's no sign that he...
Oh, they say the T-Rex pooped him out.
But that's what I thought, that he went off the other end, right? He went off the back end, yeah.
I don't know how that happens. I mean, suspension of disbelief without being digested. But anyway, and he dislodged something in the intestine on his way down that was making grumpy and upset. I mean, at this point, you're just like, what the fuck, movie? Like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Now we get a poop joke. Like,
he's kind of brown looking, but that's about it.
Yeah, he smells like poop.
He smells like poop, yeah. So, yeah, another poop and pee joke.
We are adults talking about a dinosaur pooping Will Ferrell out. That's what even the movie nods and winks. Even the movie doesn't take itself seriously at this point.
Hey, Butthead, this whole movie's about pooping and peeing, but dinosaurs pooping and peeing.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So Rick and the T-Rex, and that sounds like a kid's book, Rick and the T-Rex, are buddies now.
Rick and the T-Rex are buddies now. In the land of the lost. Sorry.
And they do a fist bump, which I think is...
That was hilarious.
He's like, all right, gangster.
All right, gangster.
So stupid.
Yeah. I wonder here if they built a full-size dinosaur just for the fist bump, if that was actual CG or a full-size dinosaur animatronic.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch the making of, so I don't know, but...
I didn't either. I didn't go that far back, but yeah, but then he's got to make the fist bump in an awkward way because of the way the T-Rex paws are.
Yeah. I mean, there's some legit, funny shit. I mean, you just got to turn your brain off, and that's this kind of movie, right? And that proves it. But I thought that was funny, too.
That I did. I did for sure on this movie. That for sure I did.
What has become of me? Anyway, so they go to find Enoch, and Rick and Enoch fight. He knocks his crystal out of the Matrix, and the doorway to Earth is closing forever. And then Will grabs Enoch and holds him back and says, Rick, you and Holly, go on, save yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I will stay here with Chaka and start over. He said, I had nothing back there on Earth. I had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a new start for me here.
Mm-hmm.
And so Marshall and Holly return to Earth.
Yeah.
And Jordan, how does this movie end? Do you remember?
So Marshall and Holly return to Earth, but then, Danny McBride's character stays behind.
Yeah. He goes to Chaka's village.
To be king, basically.
Well,
to rule, I don't know.
And so he goes to Chaka's village and he finds out like then a bunch of like attractive human women come up and he's like, oh shit, this is what your women look like?
Oh, that's right. Yes. That was funny. He's like, well, this is what your women look like? Oh, man. But yeah, and it's all a bunch of like literally like centerfold looking cave women.
Yeah. He's like, I made the right choice. And then the movie concludes Rick's on the Matt Lauer show promoting his new book, Matt Lauer Can Suck It.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So Jordan, does this movie succeed as a remake of a TV show?
Oddly, yes, I think it does. It's not what I expected, but it does succeed because it's a new flavor and it doesn't take itself seriously, which maybe that's the way to go about it.
Yeah.
I wonder what it would have been like if they took it seriously, though.
Yeah.
Hell, even what if they'd made Will Ferrell be more serious?
I don't think you could make it serious with Will Ferrell. I know he's been in serious roles, but
possibly not.
He's one of those people you just laugh at looking at him. Like he just walks into a room like Bill Murray or something. You just laugh because he's just intrinsically funny.
This was one of those movies when you threw him at me, I was like, okay, I'll be honest. I was like, I chose that one for reasons, but then later on I was like, oh God, I got to watch Land of the Lost for the podcast. It became like that. But then I put the movie on and it was refreshing.
Okay.
I hate to say that I went into it that way, but I was refreshed and I laughed my butt off. It was refreshing. It was a delight. The movie was a delight, I thought.
Okay.
Delightful.
The good. It swings for the fences. I mean, few movies have just said fuck it and swung for the fences the way this movie did.
Yeah.
It's just like you said, it doesn't take itself seriously. We're just going to go all the way. A bunch of guys got high and just said, look, we're going to have a bunch of stupid bro jokes and this is what this movie's going to be about. And they did. Yeah.
To quote the poster for Major League 2, this is a movie with bats and balls. Okay.
And exactly. That's exactly where it's coming from. It does have a lot of funny jokes. I think about 60% of the jokes land for me.
I feel like, too, it's almost like it's got a grandness to it as a movie. Brad Sibberling is no slouch as a director. Come on, let's face it. I mean, whether you love or hate City of Angels or Casper or whatever else he did, he's no slouch as a director. This movie has a grand vision. It's almost like it's also going back to like It's a Mad, Mad World or that kind of movie. It's a Mad, Mad World was in I think it was in Cinerama like when it came out. So it's like that where it's a comedy and it's grand. But it feels like a grand vision. I mean, I was watching it in Atmos Dolby, so you know.
Yeah, they should have quoted you for the movie poster, Jordan. This movie has a grand vision. Never since Lawrence of Arabia has a movie been so broad and grand and huge. You know?
It's funny. Well, this movie came out the year you and I became roommates, and oddly, we didn't have a podcast yet.
No,
even though podcasting was slowly becoming a thing already at that point, even. But I did not have a podcast back then to have the quote, Anthony, or even be famous anyway.
Also, I think the direction's okay, but the acting is definitely good. Will Ferrell, Danny McBride. Danny McBride has a few clunky moments, but he's not his full Danny McBride yet, I think. This kind of earlier Danny McBride. But yeah, the acting's great for what it is.
That line, though, I do remember that line earlier that he says in the movie when he's trying to talk them into buying merchandise at the store before they get in the boat ride. And he says, "You want one of these? It's called Texas vasectomy."
Yeah.
That line just threw me for a firecracker called Texas vasectomy. That's great.
Yeah. These guys really, really commit. I have to respect that.
I think the director, Brad Sibberling, was like, I'm just going to get out of their way.
Yeah.
I'm just going to roll the camera and let them do their thing for a second.
Yeah. It works, I guess. And the music is good. But what could be improved? Really, this is a tale of two movies for me, right?
Yeah.
The movie we have and the movie that could have been.
I'm sure you're more of a fan of the original show, so this might be more personal for you on this level.
It gets personal, bro.
Time to take out the garbage.
This movie needs to figure out what it is. It's a 2000s bro comedy like Old School or like The Hangover or whatever, or Pineapple Express.
It's got the gross out comedy feeling going on with it.
And the original story is almost too weird to translate into the slapstick format. Like all this stuff with Enoch and all this, it gets real confused.
Yeah.
It's trying to stay too true to the original show.
Right.
And it gets confusing, like Enoch and all this and the Sleestack ancestors. What the fuck's going on? Blah, 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 blah. It's just confusing. I think it would have been more successful if it was just a time travel story, right? Without a connection to Land of the Lost.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
I get the name recognition. They could almost change nothing, but it seems like they tried to shoehorn Land of the Lost into this silly Will Ferrell, Danny McBride time travel movie.
What about the Chaka, though?
I mean, fucking who cares? People, what's worse?
That connection.
People say, hey, they ripped this off of Land of the Lost. What the hell? Why not? Why not have ape men or something? I mean, what the, why not?
All right, yeah, okay. Fair enough, yeah.
But they missed the opportunity. I think the fans, in quotes, I'm not going to speak for all the fans, but the fans probably wanted a more literal, true to the story Land of the Lost remake, a more serious drama about a family in a frightening otherworldly situation like Otherworld trying to get home. I mean, that on its own would have been a very beautiful, powerful story.
Yeah, what if you had like Kurt Russell playing the dad? Or something like that.
Kind of like Stargate or something.
And like one of the Fannings playing the daughter,
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kurt Russell being from Stargate kind of and all that could be.
Yeah. And just leaned in hard on that because I think that's what made the original series so impactful was the family element, right?
Yeah.
You're in the family's shoes and they're in constant danger, like constant danger. It's frightening.
Well, listen here, Holly. I think this lighter might be our way out of here.
Don't eat these fruits, Holly.
Don't eat these fruits, Holly. They might be poisonous. They might steal your inhibition. They might make you brain dead, like a zombie.
There's so much to play with in this world.
That was like my serious starring Kurt Russell Land of the Lost, just for you,
starring
Anthony.
Kurt Russell.
Thank you. Fan version. There you go. Bam. For all you Land of the Lost fans, come and see me, Kurt Russell, starring in Land of the Lost as Marshall. This July 2009. Sorry, we're back in time.
You know what old Will Marshall says when the pylons start flashing and the crystals start blinking? Give it your best shot.
Yeah. The chocolate starts scratching. Give it your best shot. Yeah.
When a dinosaur start attacking, well, give it your best shot.
Damn. That's funny. We just made our own fan version now.
I know.
Not even AI involved.
Yeah. I mean, the freaking original TV show had one episode that scared me as a kid whenever, like, the father gets electrocuted. Like, what the fuck? Like, the show was serious as fuck. It was not funny. I guess it had stupid, dopey episodes.
I will say, you kind of made me, now you kind of giving me the option to watch this movie and me picking it, did make me want to go back and watch the show. I did watch episode 1. Now it makes me want to go back and watch the original show.
Yeah, and you watch it, and then I tell you what, if you're familiar with the show, you'll probably be like, yeah, I could have seen a more serious version of this.
Like a serious version?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like for real.
Like the way they did Lost in Space, maybe, in 97.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Not a good example, no.
Like, imagine a Will Ferrell Star Trek movie with fart jokes and boob jokes. Right?
I can almost imagine.
Now, how would you feel now, Jordan? How would you feel if it was Seth Rogen as Captain Kirk over here?
Seth Rogen and Will Ferrell are in a Star Trek movie? What?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on with? Yeah, but it's going to be serious.
And James Franco is Spock or something.
And J.J. Abrams is directing, and it's going to be serious.
It's going to be real serious, except for the fart jokes. Okay.
Except for the fart jokes,
anyway,
yeah.
But Jordan, were audiences sucked in and transported into the theaters to see this film?
Were they? Did this hold its own in a summer of robots, a la Terminator, Transformers, and Star Trek reboot? Did it hold its own, Anthony?
Well, this was a big summer, like you said, or big year. Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Up.
And another Harry Potter movie. You don't stand a chance against another Harry Potter movie.
Avatar.
The
Hangover.
Oh, damn. So it was in the same summer as Avatar? Dang. That's, man. Like nothing could go against that movie. That movie made $1 billion that year.
Yeah, Fast and the Furious, G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra, and Paul Blart Mall Cop. How could it compete, Jordan? How could it compete?
How could it compete against Fast Five? And Paul Blart Mall Cop, a serious movie.
On a budget of $100 million, Anna Friel got paid $5 million for every boob grab.
As she should have.
Domestic. $49.4 million.
What?
Yes.
What about international?
Worldwide, 68.
What?
68. It cost 100. It made 68 worldwide, Jordan.
I thought for sure this movie raked in. No? I thought Will Ferrell could draw the crowd in.
He did not.
I thought that was the draw of this movie mostly, was it was a Will Ferrell picture.
Nope. A Will Farrell picture. Nope, it didn't.
A Will Ferrell picture guarantees at least 100 million opening weekend. Come on, folks.
Audiences got lost on their way to the box office, Jordan. Anyway.
In the land before the box office. Wait, that joke didn't land.
What kind of rating do you give this film, Jordan?
Okay, I don't know how different this is going to be from yours, but oddly, like I said, I was surprised that I was entertained. I was laughing a lot during this movie. I can't deny. I can't hide that. I can't act macho about it. I can't cover it up. But yeah, this movie made me laugh. It was entertaining on an entertainment ride level. Anyway, I give it 7 out of 10 Chaka ribs.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Chaka ribs. What does that mean?
Chaka ribs, in case they ate Chaka.
Wow.
Like Will Ferrell was implying in that one scene.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, 7 out of 10. Yes.
Wow.
I was impressed. I went in cynical like I was 17 all over again, going to see Jurassic Park, oddly, like a cynical, just dumb 17-year-old. This movie's stupid,
Wow, it won you over. So
it won me over.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it won me over. I was laughing my butt off. I was entertained, man. It was a big movie.
Okay. All right. Well, for me.
Yes, Anthony, what rating did you give it? As a Land of the Lost fan, I should say, of the original 1970s, the heart of it all. Forget the 91 version. No.
Yeah.
You're the original. You're into the original gangster Land of the Lost. So
yeah.
What rating do you give it?
Unrelated to that, I was a virgin till I was 30. So as a faithful Land of the Lost.
A virgin of what?
Just a virgin.
Oh, dang.
As a faithful Land of the Lost remake. 3 out of 10.
Whoa, okay. You went low, really?
Well, I'm not finished, Jordan. I mean,
okay.
As a faithful Land of the Lost remake,
were you not entertained?
I was entertained, but as a stupid comedy to watch when you're high or drunk or whatever, 6 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
6 out of 10 boob squeezing ape men or psychedelic fruits. I mean, this movie don't hurt nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This movie don't mean nobody no harm. Even if it did say something's gay in the movie, forgive it.
It said a lot of things.
This movie's just a good old boy. It don't mean nobody no harm.
I mean, and I'll tell you why it didn't make money, okay, I think, is it didn't stay faithful enough to the original TV show to please the fans, and it's too far out for a general audience with all these random concepts that are brought in from the show.
Yeah, that's astute. I agree with you on that.
I mean, it should have just been a dumb time travel comedy, like a weirder Hot Tub Time Machine, and then someone else should have made a more serious, thoughtful, literal translation of the TV show. But you meld these two things together, and it doesn't achieve what we were talking about in the beginning, like what we want from a faithful TV reboot.
I agree with you on that's why it failed. Yeah, even though it was a pleasant surprise for me.
Yeah. I think it's kind of a niche show. I mean, how many people really are fans and want to follow this to the theater? Like, I don't think many.
Mm-hmm. But for a cynical Generation X audience, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's where you're probably right. Based on the numbers, I would say.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, if you wanted to make a big hit blockbuster movie and you wanted to guarantee a success, no matter what elements you get, no matter the cast, the crew, the director, and how much you paid, you still want a solid property story at the beginning of it. You still want a solid script, and if you've got a built-in audience for it, you better stay faithful to the material. Absolutely.
Yeah. And this is just jokes. This is just a lot of funny jokes, but the story just is an excuse for jokes.
Man, you make me wonder though. Yeah.
And I don't think fans of the show didn't want that. Apparently they didn't come out.
Well, the show's not like that. It's not funny. It's serious. And I mean, the show, to its credit, when I watch the actors on there, I'm like, these poor actors, man. their whole job is just reacting to stuff they're not even seeing in front of them. They're not seeing the stop motion dinosaur. They're not seeing the effects of the crystals after they're messing with them,
Yeah. Like, there's some scary shit. Like I said, if you go back and watch, like, at least season 1, and you'll be like, the fuck, this show, like, it's fucked up. It's not like, there's light moments, but not many, and it's just overall scary. And I wanted to see that movie. But I'll accept a stupid comedy. Yeah. I'll accept it. I just wish it wasn't called Land of the Lost.
Yeah, I can see that. You're right. Why'd they call it Land of the Lost? I mean, why didn't it just be called Will Ferrell's Interdimensional Vortex?
Yeah. Will Farrell and Danny McBride on Monkey Island. Like, why not? Yeah, and then you could really open yourself up to a lot more funny jokes without having to worry about the fan service and staying true to this story about, this Land of Lost and all these lizard people and all this other shit. It'd be even more freeing in a weird way.
But you're right. There was stuff there to bake a different kind of cake, so to speak.
Yeah.
Different kind of recipe elements that were already there in place. Now you got me wondering if they'd made a serious movie, what it would have been like, Yeah. Literally, where they were just on some boat trek expedition and they encountered a great earthquake,
Yeah, and the story of a father trying to protect his kids from fucking dinosaurs and God knows what. I mean, it's a compelling story.
As a parent, that's good stuff for family entertainment. That's what families want to see. They want, especially if it's a mom and dad watching the movie, they want to see paternal protective stories. Aliens is like that even. Hell.
Yeah. All right, Jordan. So for our next episode, do you have a few movies for me to pick from?
I do, Anthony, as I make the paper sounds crumpling here. Okay, so out of these 3 Richard Matheson I Am Legend adaptations, which one do you pick?
Ooh.
Last Men on Earth, 1962. I hope I'm getting that year right. The Omega Man, 1971. Or I Am Legend, 2007. Starring Will Smith.
Oh, you Will Smith me. Oh, well, I really remember liking Last Man on Earth when I saw it. I saw that, I think, once or twice.
That's the one with Vincent Price, yes. Made in Italy.
But I think we talked about Soylent Green with old Chuck Heston. Yeah. And maybe we talk about Chuck Heston again, Jordan. Why don't we talk about Omega Man? And I'm sure we will bring up the other 2 movies, but I don't want to sit through the
oh, cool, yeah,
the Will Smith I Am Legend again. No shade on Will Smith. I just that's the most disappointing of all. Next time,
what are you doing standing in the street, man? What are you doing, man? Didn't you see me? That was my Will Smith in the I Am Legend. Yeah, next time
we'll talk.
So next time we talk about the Omega Man,
the Omega Man
from 1971. I'm excited. All right, cool.
All right. So watch that movie and you'll be primed for our next episode. And thank you all for listening. We hope you enjoyed this discussion of Land of the Lost. Never thought I'd say that, but yeah, we watched it, talked about it.
We lived through Land of the Lost from 2009. That's right.
And thank you especially to our new listeners. If you enjoyed this, check out our other episodes. Tell your kids, tell your wife, tell those lizard men slowly closing in on you that you like this podcast and they should listen to it too.
That's right. And by the way, if you want to cook a chaka, the best, marinade for a chaka is going to be soy sauce, Italian dressing, beer, probably. You want to make the chaka just come off the bone.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, there's not a lot of fat on the chaka, so you got to cook it just right so you don't, dry it out.
And if you see something that looks like a glass pyramid called a pylon, you may not know what it's called, but don't walk into it, okay? Don't walk into it? Okay.
Yeah, words to live by. All right, and smash all those buttons, just the good ones on whatever platform you're listening to this on. Thank you again for listening.
Thank you.
Love every single one of you. And Jordan, this has been...
The robots took my podcast. Oh yeah, by the way, never trust a guy in a tuning.
All trailers, clips, music, or any other copyrighted material are used sparingly, edited from their original forms, and used for the purposes of criticism, discussion, commentary, and education about these fine films.